Here at ProLine, we are a communication first platform. And what that means is that from the ground up, ProLine is built to optimize communication. There's a phone system that is the foundation of the platform. It's integrated very deeply into email platforms as well. And so everything centers around communication and flows through the system. Everything gets logged, all the phone calls, the text messages, the emails, everything is tracked automatically through the platform. That's a very hard thing that for any of our competitors to ever replicate because we started with that foundation of communication. We were a communication platform before we were a CRM. And so the CRM was built on top of communication, not the other way around. So even if a competitor tries to copy the communication features that we have, it's unlikely to work smoothly the way it does in ProLine because that's the bedrock of what we've built, is that communication piece. 10 years from now, ProLine is still going to be a thriving software company because of how quickly and aggressively we move to innovate. A lot of companies, they stop innovating. They get to a certain size, they stop innovating, they stop improving the technology that their platform is based on for one reason or another. Here at ProLine, it's part of our DNA to constantly iterate and improve. And so because of that, we will be continuing to do that for the foreseeable future, all the way till 10 years from now. So the platform is going to look quite different in 10 years, but that's the reason that ProLine is still going to be a thriving software business in 10 years when many of our competitors have long since gone away. ProLine's real competition is Inertia. And so, yes, we have other companies that we're competing with, but a lot of those companies have since fallen long behind us in technology. And so the companies that are on those platforms, they're really just trying to wait it out. They don't want to go through the pain of switching. They don't want to go through the pain of having to adopt a new platform. And so it's not necessarily that they believe the platform they're on is better than ProLine. It's primarily the inertia of making that jump. That's the thing that stops them. And so our primary competitor, it's not even the other companies in the space that offer CRMs to roofers. It's the inertia of making the switch. What I'm really excited about this year for 2026 is how ProLine has a very powerful super admin platform. That super admin platform can be used for a lot of different use cases. One of those is PE roll-up functionality. It allows PE to better manage multiple locations. Another use case is franchising, but a third use case is actually consultants, where consultants can join the platform, the super admin platform, and then they can easily manage and assist and provide services to multiple ProLine companies through the super admin interface. And so between those three different use cases, I'm really excited about the super admin functionality. It's something that really sets ProLine apart. And it enables, it sets up an environment where a lot of different third-party entities, whether that's a franchise, a PE fund, or a consultant, are able to provide real value to individual roofing company locations in a way that's scalable, that's consistent, and that doesn't require juggling a bunch of usernames and passwords the way you do with a lot of other systems. So that's what I'm currently most excited about. The day that I'm excited for, that I envision and that we are moving towards one day at a time, is a world where when you're in the roofing industry, ProLine's the default platform that you build your business on. And if you're going to use a different platform, that's something that's going to have to get justified, and there's going to have to be reasons for that. I'm not saying that we're going to be the only platform that people use to run their businesses. However, my vision is for ProLine to be the default platform. And when that's the case, when it's, if unless there's a compelling reason we use ProLine, when that's the case, then I'll know that we've really changed the industry and made the impact that I'm looking to make. And I think the only way for that to happen is for us to truly provide the best service many times over. So it's not, we can't just be marginally better. We have to be substantially multiple times better than every other offering for us to be able to reach that status. And so that's the level that we're working towards, that I'm steering ProLine to day in and day out. In 3 years, ProLine's going to own a lot more of the day-to-day communication in roofing businesses. It's something we're already a big part of today, but we're mostly facilitating communication. So yes, there's a lot of automation components. We do have the AI voice agents, but we're going to continue to expand those agents, expand the automation capabilities and how much AI is built into the automations in ProLine to enable most day-to-day communication that's over text message or even call or email. We want to automate as much of that as possible. And so roofers can focus on actually being out there, out in the community or knocking doors or managing jobs or whatever it is actually in the real world. That's where we want to empower roofers to be. And we want the system to be able to be doing a lot of the communication on their behalf, that digital communication, so that they're not stuck behind their computer or behind their phone all the time. End of 2026, going into 2027 is going to make ProLine in 2025 look like the early days. And I think one of the biggest areas that's going to look a ton different is how we do reporting in ProLine. So we're currently working on custom reporting, which is a highly detailed way of building amazing, beautiful business reports based on any information in your ProLine account. And so that's going to be extremely powerful, and I'm very excited to see what our users do with that power to create amazing reports that helps them run their business better and measures everything they want to measure in their business exactly how they want to measure it. And so I'm very excited to see how that's used. But that's going to be a big jump forward from ProLine in 2025 and currently in early 2026, where we have very static reports, which are good, but they're not necessarily what every person wants to be looking at to run their business. And so everyone wants to do that a little differently. And so the custom reporting is going to be really cool. And then, of course, there's going to be AI built on top of that as well. So you can chat with your reports. You can use AI to help generate new reports. That's going to be very exciting. And so it's just going to be a different world. And I'm excited for it. In, I'd say, 12 to 18 months, ProLine is going to have such a high level of customizability via AI interfaces that it's going to make all the other competitors irrelevant. Because why would you even use a competitor that you're sort of locked into a certain workflow, or you're limited and you have to build everything out, one little piece at a time, when you can go to ProLine and you can truly build your CRM and have it be yours, and you can do that conversationally. You can do that talking and working with AI. Now, of course, we're always going to have a human team supporting as well that can assist with that, but it's going to be such a smooth experience to be able to say, hey, I want another page in my CRM that does XYZ, and you just talk to the AI and it just creates that for you. And that's the direction that we're moving in. And when you have that sort of power, it's just, why would you not be using that? ProLine is a great CRM platform today, but we want it to be the industry standard. And the way that we get there is by building in more and more AI around the communication piece that we already do so well, and enabling more and more of that communication to happen automatically on behalf of the roofer. We want to empower roofers to be out there in the community, on job sites, knocking doors, whatever they can do in the real world to move their business forward, while they're relying on AI to handle a lot of the digital communication so that they're not stuck behind their phone and need to be on ProLine to compete, because that's how you provide that high level, high touch customer experience.